Hi, you're watching Movie Guide. I'm your host, Abby Bear Carroll, and we're on the red carpet of Paws of Fury at the Paramount Lot. Let's check it out. So wonderful to be here with the whole family out in Hollywood, you know.
It's fantastic. This is the first time I've had both my kids with me at a premiere, so I'm super excited.
Isn't that amazing? And when it comes to fruition after, like, you know, 2 crazy years and like beyond that, I'm sure.
Totally. Well, it's been many years in the making. These movies, don't happen quickly.
Right.
This one was particularly a long one, but in a way it sort of worked out incredibly well because my kids are 9 and 7, and that makes them the perfect audience for this film.
And so it probably brings a special sentiment to be making them something they can watch. And
Totally. Yes, it's great. It's great because, first of all, they've got to, see the process of making of the film. My daughter actually is a voice in the film, so that was really awesome. And so, so it's a great kind of family experience.
Now, this is a great movie because it kind of shows, there's a couple different themes in there, and one of it is, accepting someone other, the dog, and into a new land.
Exactly. So, it deals with a subject I think that's completely and, relevant to today. It's also very important, which is acceptance, overcoming prejudice, really, because he's a dog in a world of cats, and they don't like him, but for no better reason than just because he's a dog, and that's something obviously is not the way we want the world to be, and so the aspiration is that through through mutual understanding, they can overcome those differences.
Now, I've just been hearing, and this is kind of the concept that I'm thinking, is that he's kind of a humble character, right? Going against some egos and stuff.
Oh, yes. So Hank, the dog, played by Michael Cera, is really a very sweet, sincere, earnest character who's trying his best. He's working hard. So there's nothing about him, per se, that the cats don't like. It's just, like I said, it's just he looks like a dog, and that's enough for them.
So this is interesting to see because it's a bit of a like David and Goliath story, right? Where he's like fighting the. Talk more about that.
Oh, okay. So, it ended up being. You're talking about when it first started, the movie? Yeah, it was an independent project, which ran out of money in the beginning, and it sat for a number of years, and then Rob brought it back to life again. And got some funding. We had to fix the story, and we got straight into production, and we really had to go straight from there and fix while we were moving along. So it was really fun. So it ended up going, we completed it. We have a finished film, but now we needed somebody to distribute it. And once Paramount took it, it was like, it was amazing.
And how is it now you're here? How is it coming to fruition and getting to see it?
I've never expected it to be this big. I never expected to have this much hoopla. We were always hoping, because you remember during COVID, movie theaters weren't really, and we're like, oh man, if it comes out now, well, how's it going to do, right? So we don't know. And luckily it came in, and right at the right time. And now everybody's going back to the theaters again, so we're hoping.
And I just love that it's just for families, and we're having a great family day here. And is that something that you like that pulls you into a project?
Absolutely. I mean, we make these films for everybody, right? We got, it's kids will laugh at like just about a lot of things, just about anything that's silly with the character. It's a very slapstick humor they'll laugh at. But there's jokes in here that'll go over them and adults will be laughing. Because we got a lot of quotes from, other films and things in there that, the younger kids may not get.
This is wonderful to be out with the family here at this family movie. What was one of the things that drawed you into Paws of Fury?
Well, it is a family movie. It's a movie for the whole family. Daddy and Mommy and little Janie and little Johnny. And this has got to be seen not in the living room, the small screen there, and nobody else. It's got to be seen in a big theater with a lot of mommies and daddies and a lot of little Janies and little Johnnies. And see it big because it's a massive, big story. Here is this big egocentric lord, but he's a tiny little cat in the land of cats. Everybody's a cat. rich cats, poor cats, farmer cats, baker cats, and this tiny little cat is the lord of them all, and he has a huge ego. He wants everything big. He wants to have a big army of samurai, and he wants a big samurai to be the leader of his samurai army, and that's me, named Oga. The shogun announced that he's coming to visit him, and he's got to be prepared to visit for this visit from the shogun. He's going to build the biggest, hugest, most humongous palace possible in this ancient land of Japan, and even the toilet there is big. And in this land of cats, there's one dog. And you know how cats and dogs get along. But he is the one that becomes the savior of this land of cats. Come to the theaters, bring little kitties and little daddies and mommies, and even grandpa and grandma.
Sounds like there's a lot of great themes in here and kind of messages that kids can get about, like, greed is not such a great thing.
And this dog that becomes a samurai was shy and timid at the beginning, but
So he comes out of his shell.
the mentor, who sounds like Samuel L. Jackson, turns him into a confident, secure, and powerful savior samurai. Dogs come to the rescue of a whole land of cats.
Can I get you guys to introduce yourselves?
Yes, hi, I'm Kathy Shum, and I play Little Mama. And I am Abby. Abby Garand, my daughter.
So have you watched the film yet?
Yes.
And did you like it?
Yes.
How was it seeing your mom on screen?
Cool, but kind of weird.
What did you like most about your character, and are you similar to her?
So this character is incredibly special. She is a mix of my cats, who I've had for a very long time. I used to have 5 cats as my only roommates for 13 years, and also my mom. So my mom is an immigrant, I'm an immigrant, and she is the most brave, fierce, strong person that I know to come here to America and embrace change and not know anybody and come to a country without knowing the language. And just like Little Mama being the eldest resident of Kakamucho, she's probably like 100 years old in cat years. She's the most reticent to change because change is scary. Who likes change? Nobody likes change, right? But her wisdom prevails, and she realizes at the end of the day that Hank has the true heart of a samurai, and their differences are only fur deep, not to judge a book by its cover, and to realize his heart is the same as the citizens of Kakamucho, to live in safety and peace, because who doesn't want to live in safety and peace? Do you want to live in safety and peace? Sure. I would like to live in safety and peace. So the message of this movie is never judge a book by its cover. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it might be given, but are you a cat dog or a cat person or a dog person?
Cat person! Team cat! Team cat! Team cat! We have cats at home, and like I said, 5 cats for 13 years as my only roommates. They were the best roommates. Low maintenance, there when I needed them, not there when I needed them. Didn't need to go for walks and poop. They did poop. They pooped a lot. There was a lot of poop, but it kept me humble, so it's good.
What do you hope that your daughter can learn from this, or other kids watching this, or families even? What message do you want to take away from this?
Well, I think that the message for Abby and other kids is one that we're working on at home. I think that Abby and I talk a lot about friendships and wanting to find that best friend, that person that's all yours. And I think that sometimes what's easy is to find somebody or want to find somebody with everything that's alike, all the same interests, all the same dislikes. And really what's really fun is when you find people with differing opinions and differing thoughts and different interests, because then you learn from each other. And so I hope that what kids get away from this is to make friendships that are outside of what you think would be friendships you would gravitate towards, because you just never know. You never know.
Do you have a favorite animal?
I would say, well, I have this stuffed animal, and it's a turtle, and I have had it, like, my whole life. So, yeah, turtle, I guess.
Are you a cat or dog person?
I'm a dog team, because you can take them to a walk at the park and play fetch and have so much fun.
What was your favorite part of making the film?
Well, my favorite part was, like, doing ADR sessions, because I got to see, like, bits and pieces of the animation, and it was just so cool to see. And I was, like, blown away when I watched the film.
One more question. What do you hope people can take away from this besides having fun, maybe? Or what do you hope people come out feeling or enjoying, I guess?
Well, the message about the movie is that to follow your heart at all costs and don't judge a book by its cover. And this message also allows other children like me to feel welcomed in a new space, dream bigger, and embrace who you are.
That's a wrap from the red carpet of Paws of Fury. Make sure to check out the full review at movieguide.org.